Alright, I won't keep you waiting. Let's start with the biggest news first. Remember how the devs once said in their Discord that Rin's Rework and NEL Rin would be separate? That the current Rin, sitting in Mythic, would get a full rework, while NEL Rin would be released as a brand new style? Well, surprise. That's changed. It's now official. Rin's Rework and NEL Rin are going to be the same thing. In other words, the current Mythic Rin will evolve and turn into NEL Rin. He's being upgraded and pushed all the way to world class. And honestly, I think this was the smartest move they could have made. Why? Because most players, myself included, didn't want a brand new Rin style. We just wanted a proper rework of the original. But at the same time, when the devs ran a poll in Discord asking if we wanted NEL Rin, over 90% of players said yes. So what did the devs do? They combined both ideas and made everyone happy. We're getting a reworked Rin, with moves taken directly from the NEL arc, and he's shaping up to be one of, if not the strongest style in the entire game. And let's be real, that checks out. Because in the manga, even Isagi and Kaiser had to team up to deal with Rin. He's not just stronger, he's dominating the field solo, carrying PXG and making pro-level plays look easy. And now, the best part, Rin is officially dropping in the next update. How do we know? Because if you head to the Blue Lock Rivals homepage on Roblox, it clearly says about Rin style and flow rework, and also about major old bug fixes plus. We're getting a new flow tied to Rin. And let's talk about his current flow, Prodigy. In my opinion, Prodigy is already the best flow in the game. Even against pro goalkeepers, it lets you score insanely easy goals. And if you're good at timing and position, you basically have a 90% success rate. All I think they need to do is adjust the stamina usage slightly and move the Mythic Flow version into the world-class tier. If they do that, he'll undoubtedly have the strongest flow in the entire game. Before we go further, just a reminder, if you enjoy my videos, daily updates, and the way I break things down, please consider subscribing. It really helps the channel grow. And who knows? If the devs see your comments, maybe they'll take inspiration from your suggestions. I'm aiming for 10,000 subscribers before the end of May, and I know we can get there with your support. Thank you so much. Alright, let's dive into the future move concepts for reworked Rin. These are based directly on the anime and manga, and most of them come from the top-rated suggestions tab in the official Discord. I've mentioned some of these before, but today we'll break them down in full. Move 1C. Pinpoint accuracy press C to unleash a super high accuracy curved shot. This move is as fast as Kaiser's volley and can even score from half court. On top of that, it grants iframes, so you can't be body blocked or arm swiped while casting. Cooldown, 35 seconds move 2. V, occlusion, break into monstrous nutmeg. This is a two-part move similar to Sei's magical turn. Part 1, occlusion break, a 4 zigzag dash like Emperor dribble. Can't be tackled with a slide, but body blocks still work. Part 2, monstrous nutmeg. Hit V again, and Rin nutmegs the player in front of him, stunning them. Inspired by the moment Rin nutmegged Isagi during PXG versus Bastard Munchin. Move 3B, 4 meter zone. This is a 20-second mode. Any mid-air ball that enters your zone is auto-caught. You gain increased tackle speed and metavision level sprint speed. You also get predatory charge, 2 uses. If an enemy with the ball enters your zone, press the button to instantly body them and steal the ball. Note, you can still be ankle broken. Cooldown, 65 seconds. Now let's talk about Awakening mode. Inspired by the anime scene where Rin shatters the demons around him and unlocks his true potential. His Destroyer mode. Awakening move C, Crashing Shot. A cutscene-style curved shot. Only usable when an opponent is right in front of you. You'll crash into them, shout, "It's you, Isagi, my rival!" and launch a devastating curved shot. Awakening move V, Enhanced Occlusion. Nutmeg, same as the base V move, but the cooldown drops to just 25 seconds. Awakening move B, Accession to Greatness. Another cutscene move, if any opponent is near you, front or behind, activate it. They'll charge at you, and Rin will flick the ball up with his foot, grab them by the head, and shout, "I told you before!" You'd have a front row seat to witness my accession to becoming world's #1. Then, boom! He volleys the ball. Yes, I know some of you might say, isn't that just like Azure Latch? But hey, both games pull from the same source material, so it's totally fair. And honestly, this whole concept is one of the best I've seen for Rin, hands down. Whether you call it a rework or a NEL Rin, they're the same now, and this moveset fits him perfectly. If you have different ideas or concepts, feel free to drop them in the comments. I love reading through creative suggestions, and if I see something fire, I'll give it a like or even pin it in the comments. Now, let's talk about something I mentioned in my last video. What if they added a secret one versus one animation between Rin and Sei, just like in the U20 final match from the anime? Rin and Sei are two of the most iconic characters in Blue Lock, not just in the anime, but in the entire franchise. If the devs added that secret animation, maybe not immediately at launch, but a week after, I promise you, online player count would spike. Everyone would want to see it. Also, devs, if you're listening, please consider giving Sei a second cutscene move in Awakening. Right now, he only has one. And we need more content like this to keep the hype alive. And one more small request, this time about Rin and Shidu. I don't mean chemistry moves, but maybe add a secret animation showing them arguing or clashing. Just like in the anime. It would add that little bit of realism and connection fans love. And before we wrap things up, there's one more thing that absolutely needs to be said. While we're all hyped for the upcoming Rin rework and the insane potential of his new style, let's not forget, there's another character that desperately needs some love from the devs. I'm talking about Ryo Mikage. If you remember, I briefly mentioned this back during my video on Nel Nagi, but now it's time to bring it up properly. Ryo's ultimate animation is quite possibly the worst in the entire game. No effects, no impactful dialogue, no visual punch, nothing. It just feels unfinished. He simply looks around for Nagi, and that's it. It's not worthy of a character who played such a pivotal role in the U20 arc. So here's my suggestion. Why not change his ultimate animation to the moment when he first unlocked his awakening? That scene was powerful. It showed his drive, his independence, and it actually made him look cool. Something the current animation completely fails to do. Even though I personally don't like Ryo in the anime, this rework is needed, and the devs know it too. There's also a major gameplay issue that's been frustrating players lately. If you've played Ryo in the last few updates, you've probably noticed this. His copy ability is basically useless when it comes to world-class styles. Right now, there are 4 WC styles in the game, and Ryo can't copy any of them. That leaves you with 2 options. Either you get no usable moves at all, or you have to gamble on copying a single non-WC character the entire match. It breaks his entire core mechanic. So here's a fix, and I think it's fair. Let Ryo copy the weakest move from a world-class style. Something like Beautiful Shot from Sei or Metavision from Asagi. Just a low-tier move, nothing game-breaking. Or allow Ryo to copy world-class styles only when he enters Awakening. That way, he can borrow their base moveset during his Awakening, and maybe even copy their third Awakening move, like Chameleon. And that wraps it up. From the long overdue Ryo rework to the hope that Rin will finally get the update he deserves. Blue Lock. Rival still has a lot of fixing to do. And even though I hate Ryo in the anime, the current state of his kit just doesn't make sense. And it needs to be addressed. If you agree, or even if you don't, drop a comment. I read everything. Like, subscribe, and stick around, because the next change might be just around the corner. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.